Hi, today I'd like to show you a few coins from South Africa. Now these are from the South African Republic. So this isn't what we call South Africa today. This is a part of it called the Transvaal that was settled by Dutch settlers in the late 19th century. And they took over areas called the Transvaal. They set up a little republic there. And this one's 1898. It's got a wagon at the bottom there, you can see, because they were the sort of, it's a bit like the American Wild West, where the settlers came in and they brought these wagons and pulled by either horses or by oxen. They went across the plains and set up their own little fields and farmsteads. So this one's a penny, 1898. On the other side is the man, very famous, Kruger, I believe this is. South African Republic. So that is in Afrikaans, which is very similar to Dutch. That's a penny. And we've got a threepence. It looks very similar to a British threepence of that period, 1893, and then it's got that ZAR, South African Republic, on it. And again we've got the famous Mr. Kruger. And we've got similar sort of values to what the British had as well. So again, we've got a sixpence, 1896, little silver. And again, we got Mr. Kruger again, with that very distinguishing beard that was very famous for the time. Now we'll go up to 1 shilling. So he had the British currency rather than the Dutch currency. 1 shilling. South Africa became very famous for its gold. 1897, 1 shilling. Again, we got the very similar Mr. Kruger. Now I'm showing these today because I have spent a bit of money on a special one. So then we got 2 shillings. Here we got, which I'll show you in a minute. 2 shillings, 1892, again with that sort of emblems. The anchor, probably because they came in over the boat, over the river, over the sea, I mean, from the Netherlands. There's a farmer there, the wagon. Not sure what the other creature is actually. And again, Mr. Kruger, or President Kruger. And then we have 2.5 shillings. Half a crown that we used to have in Britain. 2.5 shillings, 1894. And on top you've got flags and you've got the eagle. Here we've got Mr. Kruger again, but with some lettering around it this time, rather than just ZAR. And then this is the biggie that which I found in my little coin shop. Now, not many of these were made. I think it was about 14,000 or something like that. And there are 2 styles. I don't know if you can see on here. I'll go a little bit higher. You can see the wagon, it's got 2 shafts. And on some of these coins, this is a 5 shilling, they've got 1 shaft. So they've got 1 shaft or 2 shafts. This one's a 2 shaft one. And this is, I told you I spent a bit of money on this one because it is quite a rare one. 1892, 5 shillings. So there's about £40 at the current rate of silver in this as well. And here we've got Mr. Kruger again. So this is the biggie. Then our view of early British control of South Africa. So they took it over in 1910. That's the sort of time they started to produce. That's the time the British set up the South Africa, but they didn't start producing coins until about the 1923. That's about the earliest they had. So this is about one of the earliest coins, a penny, with a ship on it. So this is the British one, where the Union of South Africa, where it was made up of a number of Cape Colony, Transvaal, and there's some other areas as well. So this one is George V, King and Emperor. Again, we've got the same sort of values. 1923, again, one of the early ones, 3 pence. Or threepence in English. And it's in double languages, so you've got South Africa and you've got Zuid-Afrika. So English and Dutch. There's the old king. Then we got, what's this one? 6pence. Again, South Africa with this flower. I forgot what it's called. I think it begins with a P. But it's very famous, very large bloom, often seen at big festivals in Britain. I think the Chelsea Flower Show has these when they have the South African exhibit. They always bring these in because they are very large and very... And again, you've got George V with his imperial crown. Again, we got a shilling. Don't think this is so good. It's a bit buggy, but there it is. A shilling with this. It's not Britannia, I don't think. It's some woman with an anchor. And again, it's 1 shilling, and English and Afrikaans name of South Africa. It's a bit dirty, but we've got George V, King and Emperor. So now we've got 2 shillings. 2 shillings, 1933. Nice coat of arms there. And again, we've got the monarch, George V, Rex, and Imperator. Last but not least is the 2.5 shilling. Again, it's a similar values. South Africa, Zuid-Afrika, 1932, 2.5 shillings. The coat of arms there with the imperial crown on top. And then we've got George V, Rex, and Imperator. So I hope that was of some interest to you. This is the one I'm really chuffed about, getting at my local coin place, because it is quite rare, and it does tick off another one of my coins for South Africa. I don't think I've got any more that I need for the South Africa, except the gold ones, which I'll never be able to get. So, but the old South African Republic, I think I've got all the series now, from a penny up to this, the 5 shilling. I hope this was of interest to you, and so you got an idea of what the coinage of South Africa was in the late 19th and early 20th centuries. And I'll see you again soon. Please, if you haven't subscribed, thank you very much for those who have subscribed. It all helps, and gives it a thumbs up and a comment. It all helps to push me up in the viewing figures. So I'll see you again soon with some more coins that I've been collecting. Okay, see you. Bye.